Live. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Some jungle music on the Ides of March. The good Deacon Mojack is out. He had his surgery. He is doing fine. I am going to start booting up our other platforms here now. So bear with me and enjoy this beautiful graphic of fake news and the Third Continental Congress starting soon.
Sounds like just regular news.
All right, Pilled is running. Let's do X. X is running. And let's get Rumble. Rumble is running. We're going to do a quick producer check. Good on YouTube. How drunk is everyone out there? Not enough. I had a little Irish coffee myself. And all right, we are indeed live on X. Sorry for the double audio. Let's refresh Rumble and then we're good to go. Good to go. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Welcome to the Third Continental Congress, our first attempt at kind of a professional show. My name is John Ward, and I'm here with the Autist 0.92. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, boop, beep boop, beep boop, boop. What does it mean?
Oh, ones and zeros.
Ones and zeros. How do you like the jungle music? This is a copyright move I've made here. Let's take a look at the chat. Hello, chat. Welcome, chat. Very beautiful chat here. Lots of YouTube, some Pilled. Welcome. Welcome. I hope everybody is having a good St. Patrick's Day. I got my 2019. I'm going to stop. This is stupid jungle music. I got my 2019 misprint hat on with the 4-leaf clover. This thing's solid gold. It's worth like $100. It's more money than I've made in the past 10 years easily. How about you? How you doing on the old finances? I'm segueing here. There's a reason I'm mentioning this.
Okay, I'm doing all right.
How's your Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah, missed that boat.
Curious to the chat as well. Crypto halving coming up in April. Bitcoin becomes twice as scarce. I have a little bit. Pretty poor. That's my lottery ticket. B-Dog says Rookie Drinker Day. Welcome. Metal Mama Sue. Hey, John, what is on Rumble? We are indeed. This is our integrated chat. I built this myself. It took a long time. It kind of works even. I'm pretty proud of it. It is indeed Irish Drinking Day. Coop Cooper, welcome. Discord Daphne, welcome. Kaiser Cube, welcome. We're watching our language today. We're becoming something on the very periphery of serious. I'm not sure what the appropriate word for that is. Dynamite drop in, Autist. Thanks for the help. Anyway, we are going to spend several hours on this program this morning. I was like, I need to get my major bullet points. I had two. The first two are honestly the same. First quarter 2024 and then major news and events. That's the same thing. In the second hour here, if you've caught our last show, we can take phone calls now. I keep the number hidden until the second hour because you are all animals. But I will throw that up and we'll take some calls. I have a theme today, and that theme is, what is the problem? What is the problem? Most of you know I've been asking this. I'm telling you to start thinking about this now so that if you call in, you have a well-thought-out answer. And then we can argue and we can be mean to each other and all that fun stuff like the Autist and I do. Dynamite drop in, Autist. Thanks again for your help. So, without further ado, I'm going to pull up my interwebs here. And let's just jump into the stories.
Sounds
the
good.
main one, of course, is Trump is the official nominee finally. He has passed the 1,215 delegates. Let's pull it up. Sadly, this means goodbye to whatever your favorite nickname for Nikki Haley is. But there we go. 1273 now. He's at an order of magnitude above Nikki Haley, who was an order of magnitude above. Who's this guy? Who is that? I don't know that name. Not familiar with this name. Out. Winner.
Is anyone surprised?
You're deeply invested in politics. How do you feel about all of this?
I don't think people are surprised. I think it was inevitable. I think there was some kind of
It was.
dancing
I
that
don't
was
watch
going
those
on.
stupid Marvel movies, but what's the inevitable supervillain? Thor,
Wait, no,
Thanos.
yeah,
Thanos.
Yep, that guy.
I've seen the memes. I
The
know the
inevitable.
words. I know the vocab. I haven't watched a movie in like 15 years. Thanos. What were we talking about? Trump won. I know
Yep.
what I'm talking about. I never lose the thread. He's official. So now what do we have? This long, boring period of making it official for Joe Biden, I guess, which is still, I think, the plan. Let's get some chat input on that. We thought briefly maybe Nikki Haley was kind of being positioned to be the Democrat, which was interesting. And then we have some thoughts on, about Trump's VP and things like that. But sticking with Trump for a second, it has become quite clear they're going to keep doing the legal shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So Fani Willis is number one. Fani Willis, our favorite. Gosh, it's hard not to swear. Her name is synonymous with a swear word that I like to use, blank Willis. You're with me, I think, everybody. She was allowed to keep prosecuting him if she fired her boyfriend that she... Yeah.
Yeah.
And the judge donated to her campaign, and it's all a cluster. And that is just the world we live in. Good afternoon, gentlemen, from Mojack 3 on Rumble. I wonder if that's the Deacon recovering. That'd be kind of cool. Kaiser Cube again, the high heels guy. Dodger, welcome. Dodger, if you don't know, is the guy who does, the artist who does our logo, that logo right there, and many other ones, as well as the awesome cat thumbnail for today. So thank you, Dodger. I miss getting hammered on St. Paddy's Day. I will have a little bit of Guinness on your behalf. I learned about 5 minutes ago that I own no beer glasses. So I busted out the old distillation glass. And it's pretty delicious. Guinness, obviously, kind of a unfun Irish choice. I think the fun people choose Murphy's Stout. You got a favorite stout?
Probably Guinness.
You're not drinking one? You got to go pick your daughter up?
Mm-hmm.
That, we started off your whole appearance on this show with that whole saga, which has had some developments, not necessarily today, but because it's relevant to being a contractor who's a single father and dealing with the court system. Maybe 2 weeks from now we talk about that.
All right.
Nikki Haley is out. Ron DeSantis, no one knows who that is. The other big news was that Michael Pence, great dude, great friend, kind of guy you want in your foxhole, he said he will not endorse Trump. Celebrating with clover leaves instead. I appreciate it. Moonchild, welcome. Welcome, Moonchild. Beer glasses are for sucks. I don't know if I fully follow you. But I think kind of my question for you, if I may, Joe Biden is so next level non-functional.
Correct.
Is he going to be the Democrat nominee? And while you tell us your very educated thoughts on that, I'm gonna switch over to here and click this very tempting Democratic Party tab.
I don't know if I have a good answer for
What
you.
the hell does this mean?
Why? Other
Is this
candidates?
like, I hate Joe Biden so much?
None
that
of the
just
above?
Give me a blank line and that says anyone else at all?
Yeah.
Did better than DeSantis.
The none of the above.
Dean Phillips. He had a good run. He made it till March 6th. Whoever that is. This lady's crazy. You know who this is?
No, I don't.
She doesn't either. All right, so that looks like the showdown. The most popular president ever.
Huh. Yeah, but why?
Why would they keep Joe Biden?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think it's part of the fun at this point. It's like, how insane can we make it and not have anybody call us out on it?
I think it's amazing how much you hear about the Republican
Quickly, Pepe paying the super chat. I set it to auto show up this time so I don't miss them. So I should see them. So, with the Biden/Haley and Lieberman of No Labels all saying unity ticket. Seems seating the public for unity ticket. Seating, damn it, it disappeared.
It's right there. You can read it.
I do this for a living. Seems seating the public for the unity ticket. Methinks this gives validity to Trump going the same route. Trump RFK possible. There was a caller last week
All right, yeah.
who floated that. Now, I did see, in fact, hold on. We'll pull this up. I'll see if I can do two things at once. I really need a producer. Anyway.
Do you really think that would happen?
RFK VP. I thought he announced one. Oh, yeah. He was talking about Aaron Rodgers. That was pretty fun. That was just to get in the news. This one. This lady. Who's this? I don't know who this is. Nicole Shanahan. Look at this clown. Jesse the Body Ventura or Aaron Rodgers. Do you know who either of those people are?
Aaron Rodgers?
You do know it?
Yeah.
I just picture you live like your existence is in this dark server farm with beeping and booping.
Yeah, pretty
which
much.
I imagine to you is like very,
Comforting?
intricate conversations with, lots of like poetic language and things. But to the rest of us, it's binary code.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
And these days, we like our code to be non-binary.
Oh, yes. That's true.
Does it matter what the code does? No. It matters how the code feels
Yep, that's true.
about itself, which is AI and all of that. But before we move on from Trump, which I've kind of milked the point, we get it. Trump is the nominee. We all knew it was going to happen. Chat thoughts on this. Mainly Mike Pence. I was not surprised. David Smith. Mike Pence's only allegiance is to his Freemason lodge in the New World Order. I'm willing to entertain it at this point. He might be Satan. I don't know anymore. But no one really is surprised by that. So we're going to move on. Trump was the VP. We said this 6 months ago, 8 months ago. It was inevitable. It was Thanos. Where's my mark? It was Thanos.
Thanos?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Shit. I don't care. No me importa. No me gusta. All right, there was my first fail. Pepe, check Mike Rowe interview about RFK. He offered Mike Rowe. Yeah, that's right. So hard not to swear right now. You know who Mike Rowe is?
Nope, I don't think so.
It's incredible. I love you so much. This
Thank
is why
you.
we're friends. Mike Rowe is that dirty jobs guy.
Oh, I do know that. I'm horrible.
And
names,
he's been on
but I do know.
TV. It feels like he's personally choosing people like you and I, grabbing us by the shirt collar and go, why aren't you lazy young men working? Why aren't you working? And you're sitting there on a job site for 17 hours.
Yep. I'm getting paid for 8.
Basically.
Yeah.
And you're like, I am Mike. Mike. Say it. Say Mike.
Mike.
Say Big Mike.
No, thank you.
So, Mike Rowe. Hold on. I really don't like Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe has this image that he's been out there. Like, he was this blue-collar guy. He's an actor.
Yeah, I know.
Every blue-collar guy knows this, I think. He's hated by people that actually do dirty jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same
and I
page.
get that.
Oh man, we'll talk about the jobs after. So stupid, right? In fact, you'd probably like to talk to some of our off-screen guests about this stupid contractor stuff they're doing, and you know all about that. We got to connect to you people. All right. So anyway, Trump was the nominee, and everyone hates Mike Rowe, and Mike Pence is now Judas Pence. His 30 pieces of silver. All chats. I'm trying to do a better job this time of catching all chats. JOL, didgeridoos. Are you an Aussie? Are you from down under?
Down under.
Mike gave my daughter a grant for... Okay. Oh, Mike Rowe. It's like Mike Pence. What's Mike Pence doing? Like, all right. That's enough chat for now. You're wild animals. You're world champions. All of you. We're moving on from Mike Pence. This is where having a producer again. There's like 4 other people normally switching all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get somebody. Haiti. How do you feel about human flesh? We're now enter our culinary segment of the show.
I prefer it on the exterior.
It's a great joke, actually.
Yeah.
Prefer my flesh on the outside. Prefer my endoskeleton over exoskeleton. Haiti. I don't even want to know what's going to come up when I Google this. This one.
Roll the dice.
Who is eating who in Haiti these days?
Oh my.
I want to add these days. I'm a very excellent Google user. These days, that is important. Millions in Haiti face acute food. Not anymore. There's plenty of food. Oh, the news has gotten a hold of this cycle. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Propaganda at work. Number 1 result. Well, that is true. They do because, we're at it. Dirt cookies.
Oh boy.
The mud cookie. The Tété bonbon, I think it's called.
The bonbon.
Bonbon té.
Mm-hmm.
Bonbon té. I'm going to speak French by the end of this news cycle. A mud cookie, galette or bonbon té in Haitian Creole, which is ghetto French, is a food that is eaten in Haiti sometimes during pregnancy. And so I said, it's not just a food in Haiti, it's a superfood. What is a bonbon té? It's a bunch of dirt right there.
Not just any dirt, though.
It's dirt. It's just dirt.
Yeah, but collected from some kind of plateau. It's special. It means something. There's minerals there.
Is it the plateau where they burn the humans that they're going to eat? It's got a lot of. That's where they get the nutritional value from?
That's at sea level.
Is that dirt really high in fat? It's brain food right there. So yes, going back to the propaganda, if you're in this zone, if you're in the DC dirt cookies, if you're in Washington dirt cookie, I don't want to buy your stupid.
Were they putting a dirt cookie on wax paper? It looks like they're putting it on something.
Well, I got to keep that dirt clean. I don't want to get any dirt on that dirt.
Oh,
They don't want to get any dirt on it. The point of all of this is we're now all extremely racist for laughing at the fact that they're eating dirt cookies.
Mm-hmm.
We're, of course, laughing because we're human beings, and it's called gallows humor. When you're being led up to be hung as a pirate, right? Oh, God, I keep forgetting I can use the internet now. This is us right here. Come on, buddy. Come on, James, you weirdo. We all know this feeling. This is all of our dads. He's not even looking. He's like, no, I've been here 50 million times. We're still relatively young. Just like, oh, yeah, first time getting lynched. Welcome to the party. That's what happens when you laugh at dirt cookies. You're now Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. And then you get this propaganda wave of, look at all, this is all burying the real news story, which is going to be, where? Way down.
Mm-hmm. If you can even find it.
They're starving.
You're probably going to have to use...
are we going to have to, like, page 6 this guy?
No, I think you're probably going to have to even search differently. It's probably removed from
So I had a backup plan here, and it was X.
Okay.
I should tweet. Twitter. Haiti. Cannibals.
Yeah, it's probably just removed from your ability to search for it.
All right. Yep. I don't know if I want to see what happens once this finishes loading.
Yeah.
Also, the names of everywhere in Haiti is just incredible. like the port of the Prince. This is what it looks like. Hey, I've seen that place. That's Chicago. I'm a little scared to keep going.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
something might accidentally show.
Right, and so you're like, who's this psychopath that's laughing at this? I say that. I'm that psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Too many times up on the gallows. It's just all funny now. It's all funny. Oop. Oh, gosh, we got some supers here. And that's why you just pour your Guinness into your meth set.
I also think that people don't know unless people know. So you can sit there and you can describe why.
It's a good point. Let's pivot here to a kind of serious comment on that. So yeah. So are we just kind of what's the PG version of? Are we all patting ourselves on the back? Like, are we preaching to the choir here? Are we really accomplishing anything by sitting here laughing at this? I mean, I'm not going to go down and stop the cannibals. I'll probably watch the highlights, like the Running Man. You watch the Running Man, and you like to think you're Arnold, and I knew from the beginning. I was the audience member. I was cheering.
Yeah, but I think knowing things, what's wrong with...
So dark. Go ahead.
I don't think there's anything wrong with sharing information. I've never been like, I wish that
I
information
agree.
wasn't shared
So I
with me.
hide the serious things I say by then planting the laugh, and that's, you develop that habit from being around quote unquote normal people to not seem like
You
gone.
you
to not
feel
seem
the
to not,
social...
to not seem like this guy.
You feel that social pressure to... I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, it's coping,
Mm-hmm.
hanging on, and going back to why, of course, it was going to be Trump. What happens now, though? A big part of me feels like we're legitimately heading in this zone.
I can understand.
During pregnancy.
Yeah, but what's the reasoning? I didn't...
What do they eat when they're not pregnant? What's worse than a dirt cookie? Never mind, I know. I just figured it out.
Sand cookie?
So yeah, Haiti is in total shambles. They've it's so bad that the dirt cookies are now luxuries. And then, of course, segueing into the next part of all of this is that there are now a bunch of cannibal Haitians coming on down to the United States. And we add this to a border that has been letting in all of South America for years, but having lived, like I talk about quite a bit, down on the border for almost 5 years, number one is, again, aside from right at the major population centers where it is indeed an actual river, it's this little desert stream this deep. I have illegally crossed into Mexico, and you can look right, there's 100 miles of nothing. You can look left, and there's 100 miles of nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of people crossing that border, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
And the wake-up call, for whatever reason, was once they stopped being all Mexicans and suddenly they were Chinese and Arab and ISIS and now Haitian cannibals. Whoops. Oh, now I get it. That's a problem. Even that wasn't enough. It was really once they started getting bussed into the cities, which is, I still think, honestly. I've neglected the chat here for a minute, but this is kind of one of those points of contention amongst the right, is the busing of illegals, which you're not allowed to say, is the busing of illegal criminal trespassers. Sorry, algorithm. Is that a good thing? Because we all had a good laugh at it, and it was funny. The downside is there's now a bazillion illegals that have been strategically placed all over the country.
Well,
some might say on purpose.
You're saying about whether or not it's a good thing. I do think that it was a necessary thing, regardless of it being good or bad, because I think something like that was necessary to get people on the same page.
Did you get your $10,000 debit card when you crossed back?
Yeah.
I was, unfortunately, the federales had nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a corn tortilla. which are pretty damn good down there.
Oh, so did you bring one back?
Corn tortillas up here, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh, delicious.
I believe it.
Delicious. Number 1 taco in San Antonio, corn tortilla, refried beans, menudo.
What's menudo?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
It's pig intestines.
Sounds
So
delightful.
what most people up here call Mexican food is what's really Tex-Mex.
Yep.
Mexican food is all the leftover parts from Tex-Mex. That's why there's always a Mexican restaurant next to a Tex-Mex. And then next to that is a Chinese restaurant where they throw the dogs. Game over. Look at that timing on that emoji. You're all with me. I cut away from the chat because it was aggressive, which I respect, but let's take a tripe. Yes, that's correct. David Oler King II. It is tripe. It is tripe. That's actually what they say. Tripe is the word. I don't know why. The British say that too. It's guts. It's guts. The border is a total clown show. The Border Patrol is having it out with whoever is pretending to be Joe Biden at the moment. Tom Cruise in a Mission Impossible scene. Just waiting for the mask to come off. When illegals vote for Dems, the border went well, Republicans. But Patrick Miller, yeah, exactly. Go ahead. What's
Did
up?
Dr. Phil interview somebody of importance down at the border? I feel like he did.
I don't
Did you
know.
see
See,
that?
this is I'm the worst content creator because I don't watch anything.
Okay.
We need Mojack. We're missing
Yeah,
the Deacon real
yeah.
hard right now.
Yep.
That guy studies.
I'm pretty sure he interviewed him. I'm pretty sure the guy was saying stuff, and Dr. Phil was like, "Wait a minute, like you're making these claims, and like these are not good things. Like you admit that there's like child sex trafficking."
Well, yeah,
and
it's
stuff
like
that.
the guy in New York who punched a cop and then flipped everybody off.
Mhm.
It's just the word has gotten even before that. The 2 teenagers who ran over that guy just on the street, Pepe Payne. We're gonna grab some super chats here in a minute. I promise, but at least they're popping up. Yeah, so there was that. There was the one guy, some random YouTuber or something was down there filming, and he was like a very, very high level Middle Eastern terrorist. Did you see that?
Mm.
That the 4chan figured that one out. It was this Arab looking guy who was wearing Mexican clothes and is brown, so he looked fairly mad. But I mean, if you traveled a little bit, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
did read
so
stuff
this
about
guy
that.
goes, hold on a second, who are you? And he starts talking. He, of course, has a Middle Eastern accent. And he says, you're going to find out who I am real soon. Right? This guy. And so, of course, the internet goes, all right, challenge accepted. And he was, I should look it up.
I did not hear about that.
I don't even
no.
know what to search for. Let me pull I know the chat. Chat, help me out. What was that guy's name? The Arab terrorist. Anyway, it's essentially like the third in command of ISIS was basically who he was. It was a huge high up guy
Nice.
crossing the border because it's wide open, and I
Yep.
can attest to that.
Yep.
He was Mossad. I don't think so. As much as that I believe actually is true a lot of the time. Everyone's still talking about tripe. All right. Well, it is St. Paddy's Day, and everyone is probably hammered.
Mm-hmm.
Hammered. I did, fortunately, leave the sticker on this hat, so it retains its resale value.
You probably have increased the value.
This hat's worth like $1 billion. I could buy X with this hat.
Almost.
I could buy Y.
Give it a minute.
What happens after Z? Do we go Greek?
It's a good question.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, man. All right. So Haiti, the border is wide open. It is not just Mexicans. It's everybody. And again, so another thing that's sort of accelerated all of this is you have, at least on the surface, what appear to be good leaders all of a sudden popping up in South America. And when I say good leaders, I mean nationalists. And the big one is Bukele in El Salvador, who there was this ridiculous debate going on for decades of let's be nice to criminals. And he just had this stroke of genius none of us had thought of, which was why don't we just throw them all in jail? And it was the most dangerous country, and now it's safer than the United States. And the criminals that didn't get arrested, guess where they're headed right now? Well, they're headed to a block party with the Haitian dirt cookie cannibals. And Xi Jinping's special forces Chinese. I could take the special. I don't care what anyone says. I can't even run without coughing, and I could take the special forces Chinese. G, you hearing me? I got all kinds of hidden cameras you can't see. All that tech you stole, I invented it. Come get some. What if I fucking get a knock on my door and it's Xi Jinping? I'll say his name, but every time I say it, I'll say it slightly differently. Be like, Xi, come on, G. What's up, D? Come on, Z. Come on, what's going on here, man?
I think that's how you know you were successful.
You just saw my face. What do you think they do to people that would act like that in China?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I think there's a reason they're all pretty docile over there.
Really?
And it's because anyone that was like me got turned into Soylent Green quite a while ago. They don't have dirt cookies in China. They have China cookies. They have fortune cookies and they have misfortune cookies. Some of them you open up and you get a piece of paper. Some of them you open up, it's a dog.
Yeah, I believe there's some kind of systematic process there where people who are around other people that the government frowns upon, like you lose some kind of credit or some kind of ranking. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, the social credit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
hell on earth over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're a robot slave, then it's paradise.
They're working on monitoring, like classrooms. They're working on everyone having some kind of AI monitor.
I saw a video the other day. There was people eating at like an outdoor cafe, just like we have here, and the cops were just like taking pictures of their faces. Okay, yeah, you have no warrants. Yep, you have no warrants.
Yeah,
just spot checking people.
Yep.
I would love to know how a Chinese facial recognition app works.
Yeah, but I think they're even doing like they're monitoring.
You hate them too.
Oh my.
You hate them too.
They're monitoring gaits now, like the way that people walk, or they're monitoring.
Yeah. You're screwed.
Yeah. I mean, even if you cover your face, they'll figure out who you are.
That's why I ain't hiding anymore.
Yeah, you were never hiding.
I know.
I'm
still here.
Come get me.
I think they're just like, as long as he just doesn't get himself under control, no one will ever pay. Like, no one's serious will ever pay enough attention to that guy to really cause any problems. Which I would agree with that assessment. I read your assessments of me all the time. You guys are so fucking stupid. They're so fucking stupid. Anyway. I F-bombed it, didn't I?
Yeah, a few times.
10-second delay, that didn't happen. I'm going to have to practice. I'm going to do more live streams than just once a week. There's no way I'm going to break this habit. You know, you're not really a...
Yeah, you just leave it on that screen, honestly.
Have I been on that screen?
No. I'm saying you could. Just the audio. It'd be sufficient.
All right. Too deep into the Guinness. Let's keep going. So we talked crypto having... Oh, quickly, because you actually brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
This would be something you know about. Tyson Foods.
Oh.
Tell me what happened.
I'll tell you what happened. My understanding is that there was a mass layoff of U.S. citizens and alternately hiring of illegal immigrants.
That's it?
What more do you
it's
want me
that
to say?
simple. I know. That was my joke.
Okay.
They fired all of their American employees.
Correct.
And then hired a bunch of illegals.
Correct.
In the same town.
Yeah, and I think that what I also heard was like they're not publicly denying it. It's like, well, whether or not it's legal or not, we'll look into that. We'll figure that part out. But yeah, it happened.
We'll check. We'll take a real hard look at that one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what we find. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And then comes the old, we investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing.
Did the bill
50,000 plus, is that true?
I feel like that's a lot. I feel like it wasn't that much.
I feel like there ain't that many chickens to chop up. 50,000 people.
I think I read something like 1,300 or 13. Yeah, I think it was 1,300.
I thought it was 2,500. 5,000 maybe?
All right, let's stick with 50.
So small Roman army.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, while we're looking, I want to point out again, as this chat's
Worked
kind of a
one
new
time.
thing, but the green people with the YouTube logos and then the Harambe logos, those are channel members. That gives you the little color highlight and some custom emojis. I have added, and we'll keep adding some of those that you can throw up on the screen that fly everywhere. I think I added the 3cc logo and then a couple memes that Dodger made. One of them was my face. So pretty fun. 52,000, that said.
Yeah, that's
Hold
what
on.
someone said, yeah.
Hold on. Well, this is going here. Well, the chat is going. And then I'm going to grab some super chats. And then I have a little thing, and then we're going to take our 1 hour break. But
Yes.
that can't be true, 50,000.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot.
I got to know. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Some more peanut butter cookies.
Tyson Foods. 40. It is true.
Wow. Well, they hired over 40,000, it says. How many did they fire?
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a lot.
So something like how many fired?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I thought that was right. So they fired. So are we saying that's the equivalent? Are we saying?
So you're saying that an Iowan can chop 10 times as many chickens or something? Why do they need 10? Why do they need 40,000 people?
I think it has more to do with like the rights. So people like maybe even like unionize. But the idea is you can't work somebody over 8 hours, or they start to be working together on something. Like, you can't overwork somebody. You can't do this. We have rights. Well,
But they
illegal immigrants don't have rights.
They're murdering. That's not work. That's fun.
Well, yeah, for the illegal immigrants.
They say once you're done with these chickens, start looking for Americans.
Hey, it's
That's kind of what it feels like.
it's a gateway job.
There's way too much of this going on right now. There's an army of illegals here to kill us. What do you do?
Yeah.
You take it seriously, your head explodes. All right, so I don't know what foods you make, Tyson, but I'm not going to eat them.
Oh, there's a long list. I think I don't even know if it's even what they make
Well,
or
you'd
if
be
it's sister
very
company.
you'd
But
be surprised at how good I am at not eating things.
okay, you do anything like was it Hillshire?
I'm like reverse Nikki Haley.
Hillshire Farm, Sarah Lee, the whole Tyson thing. I mean, those are some big ones that come to mind. I think.
Hey, man, 4 million people face acute shortage. Propaganda. Yep, I just keep gravitating to it by accident.
Mhm.
This stupid. Because it makes us more money, guys. Right? That's the whole. Yeah, the law and Americans, we hear you. But this, people, you don't understand. This makes us more money.
No, it is kind of true though. To your point of like, what is 40,000 people compared to 1,200? So what is it that they're going to be doing? Like that's it, right? You're gonna have 400 people to one. Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the
you're
kind of
going to have
ratio.
one on the wing and one on the right toe and the whatever parts.
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know bird parts that well. There's wings and
What is
toes.
What is Tyson planning? Like, what's their next move? There's got to be something.
The Tyson SS division,
Oh my.
or I guess it would be in their case the SA division.
I think rather than having delivery trucks, they're just gonna have people walk it. Do
Oh,
it on
no, I
foot.
missed it. There he is. I might download this one and just have it set up because I feel like we're going to be using this a lot in the next few months. All right.
Get a
So
poster.
Tyson Foods. Somebody get me a list of what they make so I can not buy it.
Participate. Mhm.
All right, quickly. Let me pull up these super chats. Trideca, way back at the beginning, and Trideca, a regular, welcome back, the old 1313. Just a reminder that Bitcoin is full of delicious Toll House morsels and that fiat currency is Haitian Turk. It's the only free speech software that could also make you rich and end the Fed. I have some. I have a little. You got any Bitcoin?
No.
Actually, really surprises me.
Why?
You seem like the kind of person that would.
Nope.
Could all go to zero. You could have the last laugh. Is that what you're thinking, or you just don't care?
You're talking about financial investment?
Yeah, like do you not have Bitcoin because you think it's not a good investment, or do you not have it because who cares?
Well, I mean, I think also you have to
Because
look
we're
at.
all dying in the next 2 months, so why does it matter?
I think that's a relatively valid argument, but I think you have to look at like where I've been financially too for the last 10 years, which has not been in a place where I was worried about
Anything?
Yeah. Just holding on, you know?
I'm no joke fucking proud of you for grinding it out, man. I think you're closer than ever. It's such BS though. We'll talk more about that. Oh man. All right. And so I had a little because the deacon is not here and he normally does his prayer, which I totally forgot to do at the beginning. But as what I was thinking anyway was going to sooner or later become a semi-regular part of this show since it's on Sunday. That if we went to 2 hours, I would be forced to deliver, as sort of the person running this clown car, a sermon, so to speak.
Okay.
And I have something to that effect that leads us nicely into the second half. And so we are going to take like a 5 to maybe 10-minute break, something in that range, here in about 15 minutes. Probably less than that because this shouldn't take me that long. But I have very, very carefully and intentionally avoided any kind of preaching. I'm stalling. I'm trying to get my damn thing up here so I can read it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, again, I'm building this up.
Did you see that? I think that was a super chat. In the town of Perry, there was a population of 8,000, and Tyson let go 1,200.
Oh, the population of that town was 8,000?
Yeah, and they let go 1,200. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually kind of what my little spiel here is all about, if you'll humor me. I did not get this one set up in the teleprompter, but probably next week I'll be looking right there when I say all this stuff. Beware the Ides of March. That's my sermon today. It's a quick little read, and I'm just going to read it.
All right.
If you will. Beware the Ides of March. So says the soothsayer in William Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, a play about, you guessed it, Julius Caesar. That's what that play's about. You might even remember that one from high school, but if you don't, Gaius Julius Caesar was a Roman general born 100 BC. Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. It's that timeline. Jesus said that. So 100 years before the birth of Christ, Caesar is born. He's got a century on JC. He was a populist. He was well liked by the people, beloved by the soldiers, and hated by the Senate, who would eventually assassinate him on the Ides of March. Ides means middle, the middle of March, right now. But in 44 BC. This didn't have quite the effect the senators hoped. They had to flee Rome, where they were seen as rich, spoiled, power-hungry a-holes, which they were, and were eventually hunted down and killed to a man by Caesar's heir, Octavian. We call him Octavian to distinguish him. In his time, he was also just Julius Caesar, but we all say Octavian, adopted heir of Caesar. Alrighty. So they didn't have the effect they hoped. Octavian went and killed them all. The assassination had the unintended consequence of transitioning Rome from a republic with elected representatives to an empire with an emperor, minus some details about Mark Antony losing his focus because Cleopatra was really hot. Mark Antony lost sight of the prize, and that opened the door for Octavian. It's actually a really cool whole little story there. I'll probably get into sometime. But like how Mark Antony stabbed himself and screwed up. He tried to commit suicide and screwed up. And they dragged him to Cleopatra's little hideout she had where she had all her gold. Anyway, I'm not telling that story right now. It's not the point. The point here is that the people, the Romans, they liked Caesar, they liked the dictator, and when he was assassinated by the senators, the people, the Romans, killed all the senators. Why? Pop history, Shakespeare make the killers out to be heroes of democracy, which they weren't, and Rome also was not. It was not a democracy, it was a republic. Does that sound familiar? The fact that they were run out of town, hunted down, and murdered should give you a clue as to why what these senators and their fathers and their grandfathers, you get the idea, were up to in the period of Roman history leading up to Caesar crossing the Rubicon and marching on Rome, which you've probably heard of. What you might not know is that this was the second time a Roman general had marched on the capital illegally, the third, technically, because Roman general Lucius Cornelius Sulla marched on the city twice, was named dictator, and immediately ordered the proscriptions or killings of hundreds of Roman citizens, one of whom was a young Julius Caesar. Sulla actually wanted to kill Caesar's wife, and Caesar said no. And Sulla said, well, then let's just kill Caesar too. Caesar, however, despite being a populist, was from a very rich, powerful, wealthy, they called them patricians, a patrician family. He was an elite, but a man of the people. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
And the people hated the senators, and that was because well before Caesar came along, for hundreds of years, Roman politics had totally broken. It had become completely corrupt and nepotistic and etc., etc. Sulla was an optimist, the opposite of a populist. He was an elitist. He hated democracy also because he thought regular people were NPCs, which is not entirely wrong. Okay. So Sulla orders Caesar to be killed. Caesar manages not to get killed because his family actually has influence, and they talk Sulla out of doing this. So he stood up for his wife at the risk of his own life, and it worked out. And so, yes, he's from a patrician family. Think of them as elite, wealthy, and well-known parents, aunts, and uncles. And Sulla did return power to the people when he got tired of being dictator. And by people, I mean Senate. He gave the power to the Senate because when you believe in that, what he really was an oligarch. He believed a small, select group of aristocrats were better than everybody else and they should be in charge. And there's some logic there, honestly. Plato hated democracy. That's why he wrote a book called The Republic. So Sulla was an optimist. He thought the average Roman was an irredeemable retard. That's what I wrote. An NPC. But he chose order over chaos, so because it was a democracy, it had become a complete cluster. He said, I'd rather use violence to get this under control. We're talking about Sulla. And that is what he did, and he actually did something cool. When he gave power back, he walked through the forum and said, anybody who has a problem with the way I did things, now's your chance. And nobody took a shot at him. He was probably really scary. Like really next level Genghis Khan scary kind of guy. When Sulla relinquished power, he promptly retired to his villa and immediately began nonstop binge drinking and banging famous actresses, and more or less being the Abe Lincoln who was never assassinated. He saved the Republic, but he knew it was only temporary. It was all still going down, so act accordingly. Sulla chose decadence, and he was dead within a year. Pounding many natty lights and prime Taylorius Swiftus. Well, the senator's sons, the same kind of guys CCR made fun of. I ain't no senator's son. Sunk their claws back into the empire and milked it until it was begging for Caesar. Obvious parallels to Trump, the populist, and the elitist, the optimists, and oppressed people who at the same time would agree that most people do deserve to be oppressed. We're all out here saying everyone is an idiot, and we're part of the group of everyone. That is definitely happening. It's also not the same situation. There are parallels, but it's not exactly the same blueprint. So I'll end this sermon with a question before we take the break, like I started off the show. What is the problem? What is the problem? Formulate your thoughts I'll have the number up when we come back for the second hour of the show. And we'll probably be back in roughly the time it takes to smoke a cigarette. See you all in about 10 minutes. We are back. We are back. Sort of. I'm realizing I might not have our Skype set up properly.
Oh, to take
I think
calls?
you guys are gonna get a black screen here for a second, but I think I just want to double check before I waste anybody's time. So.
See a black screen.
That is not where I did it. That's okay. I can add. What screen did we take them on? 1 and 2. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Producer, where are you? No. This might look weird. You might get a glimpse into the behind the scenes here by accident, but
Oh yeah.
nope, not that one. I don't
Even better.
no idea what's going on here, but I believe this is my side screen internet. Where's my damn Skype at?
I also like that.
Professional television show. Well, you have a few more minutes to think about. Let me bring this down.
What is the problem?
What is the problem?
Mhm.
What is the problem? That's what we're asking of my ingenious. I'm just gonna shut that off. So we have almost Caesar, but not quite Caesar. We have almost Popularis and Optimates, but not quite. What is the problem? Can you reduce it to something simple? I don't know. Can I get Skype up here
That is the question.
while I do this? And I swear on my life that I had it all set up here, but apparently I didn't. So let me think about this for a second, and I'm going to do it on the fly. And maybe in here. Oh, man, brutal. So while I fumble around with this, there was quite a lot of other news that we haven't talked about. I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that you don't really follow the British royal family too closely.
Correct.
So Kate, the wife
Yep.
of someone,
Yep.
has been missing, like
Okay.
out from the public eye for
I think
like
I heard about that.
80 days or
Didn't she have
something.
some kind of operation or something?
Well, no one really knows.
Okay.
File 32 is messing. Yeah, I got it. File 30, man with the porpoise. I know that joke. Oh, I think I see the Deacon. Johnny Mojack's in here. All right, so he's recovering well. If that's you, Deacon, give us a shout out. DEI, is this the DEI version of Skype? Probably. It probably is. I really can't understand, to tell you the truth, where it went. No. I really wanted to take calls too. That's okay. I can do it. While I'm chatting, let's get that open. All right, so you don't care about the royals. I honestly don't really either. Wife of Prince William, says Peter Bills. Kate Missington. But supposedly that is the story. I mean, she's been, let's pull it up. She has been, Kate missing. That'll probably get us there, I think. Yeah, it will. Wow, when you're so famous that Kate pulls you up.
Mm-hmm. Well, but I don't think it's about famous either. It's about maybe trending topics. What is most searched and what do they
People
want you
care
to
about
see?
this thing. I mean, people are like, I care. So you know what? I guess I care too.
I don't really care.
Droves of amateur detectives have done. I zoned out.
Okay.
You want to read this for a second?
Not particularly.
Why are we friends? Why are we friends? I gotta do an involved thing here for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Can you carry?
No, I'm not. I'm not a carrier, but I can.
Come on,
what
man.
What do you want me to do? Read it out loud?
Just read.
We'll give it a shot. We're talking about droves of amateur detectives.
It's gonna be harder to do this while you're reading.
Yep.
Come on, go.
Droves of amateur detectives have crafted timelines and deep dives into the princess's movements, and it's gone.
All right, well, it's going to be gone for a second. So this is going to be Skype. The name is already in use. What? I thought it was. I sure thought it was. It is a screen capture, isn't it?
I'm not much on the subject, but I thought I'd read something about she had an operation.
What?
There was an operation. That's why she's been
Well,
out
I think
out
that's
of the media.
isn't that just like a
Distraction?
Yeah.
Well, what isn't a distraction? I think the story itself is a distraction, but anyway.
Oh, I see what it's doing. It's because okay. I believe we're there. And I can now take Skype calls.
Okay.
So,
That's good.
now I just got to find out the phone number, which is right here. And I got to turn off my phone. And then we're ready. Okay. Okay, I hope you've been thinking about what the problem is. Because I'm going to put this phone number up with our ridiculous DC area code. And we're going to see what happens. Give us a call. Call in live. What is the problem? What is the problem? That's really stupid. This one, that phone number. And last time it took a minute or two for the phone calls to start coming in. So we'll hang out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Will not happen again. Skype needs to be open before OBS, not after.
Interesting.
You learn so many things
Trial and error.
when you don't try hard at stuff.
Okay.
No, I don't want to watch that. What is the problem, or any other thoughts you
Subject
might
matter.
have on really just about anything?
Oh my.
And William's channel, Chicken is the New Cotton. I wonder if that's William Maines, our storyboard artist for the film. I believe it is. Oh, everyone's shy today. I've not had this happen before. Usually it just starts ringing and doesn't stop till we end the show.
You asked a very deep question.
It's a deep question. No one wants it. We're not going to judge you.
I think
And
there's a vast pool of items to pick from.
maybe it's because when you start thinking about trying to answer that question, it is pretty damn hard. Do you want to take a shot at it?
What is the problem?
I know why it's not working.
What? Is it not open? Are people calling and just getting rejected?
No, I got to do this.
Wrong number?
Now I should show up. I shut it off when we're not doing the show for obvious reasons. All right. You should actually, if you go into try this now, it should actually work. So we'll see what happens here.
Oh, boy.
I'm getting mocked. I'm getting laugh faces and finger faces.
Only gets mocked. They're laughing with you, not at you.
They're both. I'm laughing. There we go. 906. You are on the air. I think 906. Yes.
Holy shit! All right, wonderful. How you doing?
Not too bad. Who are we talking to? And where are you?
I'm in a semi-truck and I shouldn't be calling anyone.
Are you drinking on St. Patrick's Day as well?
Not?
Maybe you should get your eyes back on the road.
No, I'm not even looking at the phone. I mean, I am. All right, so I'm talking on the phone, I'm driving a truck, I'm pissing in a bottle. A lot of things are going on with me. How are you guys doing?
What's going on? What's on your mind? What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. Everything's falling apart. I don't know. I just saw the number on the screen. I thought
And you said, "Damn it, I'm gonna call that number and see what happens."
I'm gonna call. I'm tired of texting the WEF shaman prayer. You know, remember a poosh shit. I'm tired of just texting it. I wanted to say it. So now I'm part of something bigger, and now I can,
You've become a part of history,
Trash.
my friend and fellow world champion. I'm gonna hang up on you so you don't kill anyone.
That's right. I'll see you when we meet Harambe together.
Together, we'll be there. Take it easy.
Hair grease. See you, buddy.
Later.
Had to etch his name in stone.
All right. Line is back open. I have put zero effort into like any kind of call management yet. So I have no idea what happens if you call me when someone else is talking to me.
Yeah, we'll put the number back up. I don't know if people need it.
I also have not programmed my stupid MIDI controller yet that has no labels. So I'm always a bit of a crapshoot on what screen's going to come up.
Roll the dice.
But give us a call. And next week, by the way, I think we're going to advance beyond phone calls to video calls, which should be fun. Should be fun. That was a lot at once. 814, you are on the air.
Yeah, I know what the problem is. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Say that one more time.
He knows what the problem is.
I know what the problem is.
What's the problem?
Problem's buttered sausage.
Is buttered
Buttered
sausage?
sausage. Where's it come from? What's it doing? Get it out of my face.
Thank you.
I
It is definitely St. Patrick's Day. All right. Oh, we had an answer and then a no answer from 724. So 724, if you want to give us a buzz back, we just missed you there. 202-922-7770. We're not actually in Washington, D.C., so don't go there looking for anybody unless their name...
Or do.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk to the FBI today.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to them enough already.
You're talking to him right now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Hello, FBI. I like your gay pride shirts that you're wearing. You're all very gay. You know I say this to you when I talk to you, but you also know that you're gay. There's no hate about it. It's just a fact. Hold on. Let me get this number off so you can fully appreciate me calling you gay. You're gay, FBI. Where are you? Stop trying to get on my internet. Stop reading my stuff. If you think I'm hot, you can just say hi.
I did see a meme
I made him shy.
about the TikTok ban, I think. How they're like,
Ooh, the TikTok ban. We didn't talk about that.
I know very little of it. I don't know what you want me to contribute.
Yeah,
But
I'm
the
amazed you
meme-
know what TikTok is.
The meme, I mean, I've been on there for like cooking recipes or anything about parenting or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, Let's take it.
Okay.
808. You're on the air.
Hey, John. Hey, Autist. How's it going?
What's going on?
It's going.
So what is the problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you asked that like 6 months ago in one of your community posts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a really long answer. I know it got shadow banned because nobody, like there wasn't even a single reply or a single like. So here's what I wrote 6 months ago. Oh, yeah. And as an aside, I think you kind of already answered it in your aggressive mimicry video. So I'll just leave that aside.
Tread carefully.
But yeah, we'll just leave that aside. So here's what I wrote 6 months ago. Small lowercase p problems. A bloated federal and state government entrenched bureaucracy that has become hostile, predatory, and parasitic upon the public whom it is supposed to serve. B, psychopathic politicians who engage in debauchery behind closed doors a la Epstein et al. C, a disinformation machine, Mockingbird Media, that creates a false reality for trusting people who think based on media lies, and furthermore, creates by design separation and friction between people, political groups, and races. D, a uniparty that has a professional wrestling situation, fake politics, wrestling matches in public for the masses, while privately they ally against the public and engage in degeneracy. E, bread and circuses, drugs, alcohol, TV, content, distraction, the internet, pot, pharmaceutical drugs, dopamine addiction, screen addiction is completely pervasive and insidiously powerful. F, an quote-unquote education system that has systematically dumbed down Americans for generations, about 100 years, so that they don't know how to think with deductive reasoning and logic, and can only think in emotion, fallacy, and a simplistic binary of good/bad. G, for many it's difficult to make ends meet in the beast/matrix system, so how can one save a country when it is a struggle just to get by and put food on the table? H, disconnection from God, nature, source, a higher power. I, churches that serve the purposes of A through F and H. But what is the problem with capital letters? No firm conclusions yet. Perhaps H is the problem that underlies and contributes to/complicates all other problems. H being disconnection from God, nature, source, and a higher power.
We're clapping here.
Absolutely. Well said.
That was awesome. Do you have a non-doxing name I can call you? Like just to say thank you, sir. I'll just say sir. That was awesome.
We'll go with...
That was the kind of calls we were hoping for, and I am not entirely sure why that comment did not show up way back when, and I have a feeling it might have actually, well, you know how that all works.
Yeah.
If it was what you just said, I have a pretty good idea of why it didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
But that was incredible. That is exactly the kind of discussion and comments and calls that we are trying to get rolling here now while we have time to get them rolling, because I think it's hard to say that. It's hard to articulate what you just said, but when you do, we are all of us nodding and then clapping.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that call. That was excellent.
Yeah, thanks for everything you guys do. Much love and blessings
Thank
to
you.
you and the chat.
Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. That's a tough one. I don't know if I'd want to call after that call.
A lot of well-said information.
And no, I'm not knocking any earlier callers who were having fun on St. Patrick's Day or anything like that, because it is to a degree also that kind of show, is to chat that way. So I'll quickly plug here, 24/7 in the bottom right corner of your screen, you see that gilded logo. If you know what Discord is, it's basically Discord, but it's a chat room you can go into. The Autist has a parenting channel for chatting about parenting, things like that. We've got a lot of older guys. We call them the old boys. So it's the Ask an Old Boy channel. How to fix a car, how to meet a girl, anything like that that you find relevant. And then likewise, we've got an excellent and quite hilarious group of... I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn this off for just a second. Of women, the Lady World Champions, that also can give great advice. Now, I know our viewers are skewed mostly male, but I think a lot of these women could give young or old men, but young men, great advice as well in a motherly way. I highly encourage you to use those resources if you think there might be some value there. So that is the 3CC Gilded channel, and you can download a free app on your phone or computer and pull that up any time of day, any day, and there will be people in there having good conversations. We would like to connect everybody. That's what this whole 3CC thing is. So we're, of course, spread out. I'm so bad at this. Yes, thank you, guys. All over the country, all over the world, honestly, if there's ever a year, it is this year that we're putting it all aside. So, of course, you see myself and Mojack, who is older than myself and from a different walk of life, a welder and things like that. That all started by me deciding to listen. And then you are here as well, who hardly even consumes any media at all. You just beep and boop. And you've decided to show up quite consistently. I have been talking to some other creators that you guys all know. I'm hoping to get them on the show. I think everyone is still a little bit, everyone wants to know what the plan is before they say yes. And this year I'm no longer divulging that fully, although I think I've demonstrated better than anyone else on the planet that makes content that I am not compromised. All right, let's take that one. It's here, 808. 814, I believe you were on the air.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon. Oh, is this the Deacon?
Yes, it is.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot, but I called to talk about the buttered sausage. Buttered sausage, that's the problem. Where's it come from? What's it doing?
How's your mouth?
Not too bad. I'm getting along. Today's a better day than yesterday, and yesterday was a better day than the day before, but I'm coming along.
You sound pretty good, honestly. I thought you would sound a little different.
Yeah, like I said, some things I can speak okay. Other things I've got to really take my time and announce it because it gets stuck.
Well, you are
Other than that, I'm good to go.
You're a hard man that you're calling in so soon, dude. I honestly can't believe it.
Yeah. I'm back to work tomorrow. I'll be back to work tomorrow, man. So, yeah, seriously, yeah.
All right. Well, shoot, maybe you'll be back on the show next Sunday.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see how it goes and stuff, but yeah. And also, I haven't had a cigarette since Wednesday evening.
You got me beat. I just had one like 20 minutes ago.
I know you did, but I didn't.
I missed you out there. Well, dude, it's great to hear from you.
I know. Yeah, I thought I'd give you a shout. You cut me off earlier because I was fucking with you guys with the buttered sausage deal, so I had to call back and just say hi.
I'm sitting here like these a-holes that screw with our show. It's our co-host. Are you getting a good Irish pain-killing load on over there on St. Paddy's?
You know me.
And that's why you're calling.
It's always green in my house.
Well, it's awesome to hear from
you guys.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. You guys have a good afternoon. Everybody take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
We'll see you soon. Get well soon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
All right, thanks, guys.
Take
Bye.
it easy, man. That was the Deacon. He's alive.
Yep. Buttered
Having
sausage.
an excellent buttered sausage Sunday. On this fine St. Paddy's Day, the Deacon, like myself, very Irish. Very Irish. Good dude. Look forward to having him back. All right. You threw me for a loop there, Mojack. But I think we have about a half hour to go here if we want to. I think I'm going to turn the phone off because I don't know that we're going to beat that answer that came so quick on the third call. But that was it. We'll take it since it came through. 724, you were on the air.
Is that Moonchild?
My goodness.
Is this Moon? Hello?
Hey, it's Moonchild.
Moonchild, what's up?
Yes, it is.
Do we have a long
Sorry,
delay?
yes, there's a bit of a lag, so it's kind of weird.
I'm going to stop talking and let you talk. Take it away.
Oh, I don't have anything triumphant to say.
You just wanted to test out the call?
But thank you for all you do. We are absolutely graced for having you with us.
I'm gonna.
So keep doing what you do, and we will keep doing what we do, and I'm sure that we will win in the end. That's all I gotta say.
Amen. Thank you for calling. I want to quickly give you a shout out to the people who don't know you. Moonchild is one of our several moderators again in the Discord, and runs a weekly voice chat in there. And I have been desperately trying to figure out a way to integrate that voice chat with this show so that we could do like a kind of town hall type thing. But Gilded does not have that functionality. But still has the weekly chat in there with Moonchild, who again is one of our lady world champions. Tons of great advice, very active in there. So again, strongly would recommend. It's quite a diverse, in the right kind of way, group of people who think differently rather than look differently, right? But on the same page. So you will get Lots of good insight in there. Williams channel. Let me take a quick look at. I don't know how this thing works. I'm supposed to be invisible. Let's take it. 334, you're on the air.
I'm tuning in late, so if you've already talked about it, forgive me, but can you tell us more about the website where we can find your older stuff?
Oh. Yes, I can give you a clue. That's the best I can do, though.
Okay, give it to me.
It is on a platform whose name is synonymous with a famous journey taken by a famous mythological character in Greek mythology.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Thank you very much.
Somebody's going to say it in the chat. I bet if you watch the chat for like 2 minutes, they'll say what it is. But all the old content that I...
Get the lyrics?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead. I said, is there any way to get the lyrics to a couple of them? Because I'm pretty sure I know what you're saying, but I'm not exactly sure, but I just want to be sure.
Is there one in particular?
Like, those side the guillotine is the one I'm talking about.
Is this, I feel like this is, you've had several names. The Squirrely Girl?
That's correct.
Remind me in the Gilded, and I'll send you the lyrics that you're struggling with.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to you later.
Take it easy. We'll be many weeks. We'll have many conversations. No sweat. Another member of our Gilded, Squirrely Girl, has had several different names over the time, but also in there with Moonchild and the Ask a Lady World Champion. So again, let me get this. I mean, if someone asked me, John, what does invisible mean on an app? I would say I think that means you're invisible. That'd be my guess. But that's not apparently what it means.
It just means you can't be found if you're looked for, but you already put the number up so people can call you.
You guys are too clever for me. I think I need to do some Skype research. But I'm going to call that a success. It's 3:33. Go join the Freemasons. All right. Yes, I'm trying to make sure this is... I just want to have the phone stop ringing here and not interrupt us in highly professional broadcast that we're doing right now. All righty. All right, so I think I've successfully nuked the phone here. So let's take a quick look at any super chats that we might have missed, which are several of them, and it still continues to be a little bit out of order. But Williams channel, I saw that. Kyolus Rex 87. Hey, what's the chat server name? It is the Third Continental Congress, and the link to it, I'm realizing I might have lied. It might not be in this particular video, but it is in most of the videos on the channel. It's a free app. You can have a desktop or your phone. It's pretty handy if you're a chatty person. And then Lisa Wilson, I want to know how Kitty is doing. I sure miss him. Good luck from a real Indian. Love from Montana. The Kitty, is he around anywhere?
Yeah, he was just around.
I could hold him up.
A couple times.
Lurking somewhere. There are two kitties now, by the way. There's the Orange Cat Good, of course, from way back in the original gangsta days. Now there's Black Cat Matters. He's also around here somewhere. Proud of that one. I'm very proud of that one.
The Black Cat Matters.
Do you got to get going?
Yeah, I'm going to head out.
Very nice, smooth live stream exit. The autist has to go pick up his daughter, and we're gonna have maybe, on the air. I think people want to know. People like you, man.
What's that? Want to know what?
Like what happens? They want to see the happy ending.
We all do.
Huh?
We all do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Broski.
All right.
I'll give you a buzz later.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna carry it home here. And to fulfill that wish. Oh, Simba! There he is. Most of you, last time you saw this nugget, he was the size of his head. This is extremely gay, I know. Everybody knocks. You cats are so gay. This cat is awesome. He doesn't need any oversight. He just wanders around killing things. and occasionally asking for treats. He's now fully grown. He's super chill. You can do whatever you want to him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He cares a little bit. A little bit? I'm not an entertainer, man. Not an entertainer. Is that animal abuse? He likes it. If you have a cat, you know. Although you probably don't have quite as good a relationship with your cat as I do with mine. Just saying. Just saying. I'm going to pull up the chat here and try to keep it high energy through the end of the show. There was a few news stories we did not talk about. Ooh, I know a great way to end this if I can pull this off by myself. If I can't. So that's Don Lemon. But the whole, we were talking about the Royals. Of course, that ties into Jacob Rothschild died. Bonus. Right, and Soros' son is taking over. It's all new blood. The young guns taking over everywhere bit by bit, and then Soros tweeting out that ridiculous assassination headline about Trump with the bullet hole and all that. Don Lemon, who's that? Worst journalist of the year, Don Lemon. Worst journalist of the year. Got a show on X. It was canceled before the first episode, which is tomorrow, and I will be watching that. There will be a long-form video on that for sure. Because no one loves Don Lemon like I love Don Lemon. I went on this whole, Elon Musk hates free speech, and then it turns out he wanted a free Cybertruck and sexual massages with his partner and hotel stay. It's unbelievably hilarious. And I have a feeling most of you already know. All right, so I missed that one. The TikTok ban. What is the real purpose? Our old buddy Dan Crenshaw. He's got an eyeball I'd like to have in my trophy case. Just one. I hate that guy. Crenshaw is in agreement with Nancy Pelosi on the TikTok ban. How strange. How strange. And then in the most recently first quarter video, the last breaking news video, I put out the two main companies sort of being our good indicators of one American success and one American failure. The success is NVIDIA, the artificial intelligence chips, and the one that Nancy Pelosi bought a bunch of call options on about 3 months ago, right before it blew up, and she made $5 million. How did she know? Nancy Pelosi is the most successful stock trader ever, of all people, ever. Sounds legit. So that's Pelosi with that, and she's in agreement with Crenshaw, who, of course, won his original election with that whole fake Saturday Night Live push they gave him. And now he and Tucker Carlson are going at it, which is pretty fun to watch. That dude's a clown. Mitch McConnell's out. He got talked into retirement after Angela Chow's Tesla drove her into a pond. His wife's little sister. Messages being sent. Very obviously now. It's getting kind of strange how obvious they're being sent. Fannie Willis, we briefly touched on. Ass Willis, I'm saying it. Sorry. That's next level. I don't know how to wrap my brain around that with what's going on with the judge and the stuff that there's just no enforcement of any of the rules. And then, of course, Biden and the Her report, HUR, right? An elderly man, a well-meaning elderly old man with a poor memory. I want that guy to run my country. And then there was the secondary, I don't know if anyone saw, but with apparently the transcript of that interview came out, and Biden straight up did that Rush Hour 3 scene with Yu, the Asian guy named Yu. He got confused by her, this Asian FBI agent, because someone named YU, an Asian person, was involved, and Biden literally did that, like, wait, you? Me? Who? You? And a good, happy note to end it on. The RNC is going to hire Scott Pressler. Awesome. He has been getting massively congratulated on Twitter. He deserves it. I can't think of anybody who deserves it more, and it looks like they're going to jump right into his legal ballot harvesting strategy. So he cooked all this up, figured it all out. It works. And finally, there's someone in the Republican Party that says, that sounds like somebody that might help. Shocking, I know. I'm going to take a quick look here through any final chats, as I am totally out of material. But let me read any final chats here, and then we will roll it out. Starting with Disco Daphne. John Ward has a producer, Kitty. No thumbs, though. Moonchild, who called in. Yes, Rothschild Soros. They're all transitioning. Fat Elvis Jr. More like Gone Lemon, am I right? On Rumble, no Ava Braun. Our young blood taking on theirs. Fitting. That's kind of what it feels like. And I think appropriately. Be Noxious. I don't understand why there hasn't been a GoFundMe-style whack contract on Bill Gates. Because he would outfund us, probably. John Ward. My AI bot, that was a little heavy. I might have to rework that for the next show. But that is just going with some information we've already discussed. Yeah, holy crap, Angela Chow. No kidding. And Pressler is a boss. And I think we should end it on that note. Let me just double check. I didn't miss anything. Bad Businessman. The Unconscious Pursuit of Epicurean Ataraxia, wherever it is, by the Old Boys of Central Pennsylvania. A book. It helps support the channel. $9.99 on Amazon. Also, if you're in the trades, it's genuinely fairly funny, I think. One-time donations, everything like that, anything you can do. I'm still so I had a plan here for this whole year. It's nothing like that. But as you know, it is a headache to deal with these people. So any way that you can support the channel, I've always tried to make it something, not just money, but a book or a shirt. Had the whole store redone. New merch out. Check it out. Link to that as well. Thank you. Yes, got a person on that now, finally. And if you are interested or willing or able to help in any way, I haven't even talked about the film. We have a feature film. If you're into film, we could probably use you. And the best place to get in touch with me quickly is through the Gilded channel. I do try to respond to emails. I have 150,000 unread emails right now. So if I haven't responded to you, I probably never saw it. I really haven't figured out a solution to that, which is kind of what the Gilded is. That is a place where I will see it. So check it out. Much love. Foxhole, great platform. Also, check that out, pilled.net. That's it. I'm out. I'm the only one here. I feel like I'm waiting for someone to chime in, and there's no one there. And it's very lonely and scary and frightening. And I think I'm going to need to have some Jameson Irish whiskey with some Baileys, coffee, and some memes not being dreams. That's it for today. I am John Ward. Until next time, remember, you are a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.